You just finished cleaning your data, building your report, and presenting it to your team just to find out that the insights were wrong. But why? It is because you made 5 of these data cleaning mistakes while cleaning your data. And if you don't fix these mistakes, you waste time and mislead the stakeholders into making a bad decision. So guys, you will want to be careful of these 5 mistakes. The first data cleaning mistakes that we make is not handling missing data. Guys, missing data is very important, and if you don't handle it well, it can distort your results. It can distort your result or make your insights unreliable. Alright, so how do you handle missing values? What most of us do is to fill it up with 0 or leave it that way as blank. That is one of the ways to handle missing values, but most of the time that is not the best way to handle missing values, because this can affect the total average of that particular column. So how best can you handle missing value? One of the ways you can handle missing value instead of using the 0 or the unknown is either using the median value or the mode. Right, so you can calculate the median value of that column and use the median value to fill up the missing values, or you can use the most occurrence value or data in that column to fill up the missing values. Last year, when I was doing end of the year analysis for the company that I worked for, I realized that there were important columns that had missing values. Columns like how much that was paid. So students were meant to pay to take their courses, okay? But I found out that some of the cells were empty, and that really means that the students didn't pay for the course. And you know that is a very serious problem. We had a student that didn't pay for the course. I had to go and confirm with the company to be sure, okay, what's going on? I saw this data you gave to me. I saw that, oh, these cells are empty, and this cell that is empty literally means that the student didn't pay for these courses. So they had to go through the database and found out that it was an oversight, okay, and the correct data was given to me with the missing cells filled up. So this is actually what I advise people to do before you think of finding a way to fill up your missing values. Communicate with the stakeholders, communicate with the person in charge of the data or the database manager. Communicate with your team. Find out why you have a missing value. Find out why there's a missing value. If it's an oversight, it will be handled, or if it is not, that is now when you now think of how to fill it up. So one of the things that we do is just fill it up with 0 or unknown, but guys, that can affect the average of that column. So your advice to at least fill it up with the median value, calculate the median value and fill it up with the median value or the mode, right? That's the most occurrent value. Fill the empty cells with those values. Okay, so we are going to be moving to the second data cleaning mistakes that we make that can affect our insight or the result of our insight. The second is duplicates, not handling duplicates. So most of us, what we do is immediately we get our data, we are so much in a hurry, we go ahead to start cleaning the data and analyzing the data, and we forget to check if there are duplicates. And you know that duplicates are very important because they can mess up your results. When you leave a duplicate, you're going to get a wrong result, right? Imagine a duplicate value of $10,000 in the revenue column and it wasn't handled. That's going to be giving out a wrong result. Do you understand? And stakeholders are going to be misled or even make bad decisions based on that. And if it's a project that is meant to, that if it's like an investment analysis, it can make them make wrong investments and lose money. So that the consequences of not handling duplicates are so much. That is why before you start your analysis, take your time and clean your data. It all boils down to cleaning your data. If your data is not well clean, you know what happens. Your analysis can be very wrong. So a clean data, clean analysis. Let's continue with the third data cleaning mistakes that we make. The third data cleaning mistakes that we make is wrong data formatting. So what is wrong data formatting? Most times we are in a hurry to check the data types of our columns, most especially when you're working with Excel. At least Power BI can give you an idea. You really look at the column header, you are going to see, okay, the data type of your column. But when you're working with Excel, you might tend to forget to format your table. But then you can do better by checking the data types of your column. When you have a number column and then it is set as a text data type, is going to affect your calculations and formulas, or a date that is not being set as a date data type is going to affect your calculations and formulas. So this is going to give you headache and you don't even know where the problem is coming from. So it's important that you take your time. If it's to write down all data cleaning steps that needs to be taken, write them down and check them one by one. I know what we do most of the time is that we are so much in a hurry, we don't even remember to check some things. Like it happens to me sometimes. I don't remember to remove duplicates because I'm so much in a hurry and I don't remember to remove duplicates, but these things affect our analysis. So make sure that you always format your table. Make sure the date table is in a date format. Make sure the number column is in number format. Make sure the text column is in the text format, or if it's a decimal or whatever, just make sure the data type is formatted. Okay, very important, very, very important. So guys, the fourth data cleaning mistake we make is failing to validate our results against a trusted source. What most of us do is that after our analysis, we just go ahead to do the presentation, right? But you're meant to validate, you're meant to cross-check your results with a trusted source. Let's say your finance team. Yeah, okay, when you do your analysis and you got 10 million revenue, you have to cross-check with the finance team to be sure that the value you are getting is the same as what they are getting. Do you understand? You shouldn't just go ahead and present it. Like one of the times I was doing an analysis, I found out that after I finished the analysis, I presented it, but it was wrong because what they were getting wasn't what I was getting, right? I was getting more value than the finance team were getting. So what did I do? I had to now work with the finance team. I got the correct values, and then I checked with my analysis to know where I made mistake, and I noticed that I made mistake in one of my formulas, my DAX formulas. I made a mistake, and when I corrected it, I got the correct value. So your analysis will be trusted, so you will not have that reputation of not being reliable. Always make sure you cross-check with a validated source, a trusted source, before you make your presentation. So if it's a finance data result, cross-check your result with the finance team, okay, so that you are sure that your results are correct, so that you will not be seen as an unreliable data analyst. And trust me, you want to be there because your analysis will always be cross-checked. They will always ask questions and they won't trust your analysis. They will always want to get another opinion or another analysis from someone else to just be sure, because you tend to make a lot of mistakes, and that is not good. When I started in my job, the place I work currently, I had that issues, but with time they developed confidence in my results. So guys, that is very important. Now we're moving to the last data cleaning mistakes that we make. If you're liking this video, please like and subscribe to this channel and leave a comment in the comment section. I want to know what you think about this video, guys. It will help this channel a lot. Thank you. So let's move to the last data cleaning mistakes that we make. So the last data cleaning mistakes we make is removing outliers without proper investigation. So what we do is that when we notice an outlier, most times we don't have the patience to actually investigate whether these outliers are true or not. Let's say a company has a customer that made a purchase of $1 million, and then you're like, whoa, that must be a mistake, maybe it's 1,000, and then you tend to remove it or delete it. But it might be a VIP customer. Yeah, it might be a VIP customer, so you have to cross-check to be sure that the outlier that you want to remove, or sorry, you want to delete, is actually meant to be deleted, because some of them might be an outlier, but it might be correct. Okay, guys, let's go through the 5 things that we mentioned. What was the first thing? The first thing was handling missing values. The second was handling duplicates. The third was data formatting. The fourth was validating your data with a trusted source. The fifth, handling outliers. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you think about this. Have you made any of these mistakes before? What do you have to say about that? Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.